I'm Mrs. Pushpalata Rahul Shinde, lecturer of English from Aryan College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Camp, Pune. As per the new syllabus of HSC Board for Standard 12, Section 4 contains the genre drama, and in that 4.2, it is a To Serve with Love. Uh, it is a no, actually, it is a novel To Serve with Love. But for this in this syllabus, from that novel, lesson chapter 17 has been taken as your lesson. So we'll discuss about first about that novel, the summary of the novel, and this novel is written by E.R. Brathwaite. First, we'll discuss about the author of this novel, that Eustace Edward Richardo, means Branwat. He born on 27 June 1912, and he died on the 12 December 2016. His publishing as E.R. Braithwaite was a Johannes born British American novelist, writer, teacher, and diplomat best known for his stories of social conditions and racial discriminations against black people. He was the author of the 1959 autobiographical novel To Sir with Love, which was made into a 1967 British drama film of the same title, starring Sidney Poitier and Lulu. So, this Branwright was born in Georgetown in Georgia on June 28, 1912. He had a privileged beginning in life. Both of his parents went to Oxford University, and he described growing up with education, achievement, and parental pride surrounding him. His father was a gold and diamond miner, and his mother was a homemaker. He attended Queen's College, Joanna, a high school, and then a City College of New York in 1940. During World War II, he joined the Royal Air Force as a pilot. He would later describe his experience in To Serve with Love as one of where he had felt no discrimination based on his skin color or ethnicity. He went on to attend Johnville and Cali's College, Cambridge in 1949, from which he earned a master's degree and a doctorate in physics. After the war, despite his extensive training, Braithwaite could not find work in his field and diligent reluctantly took up a job as a school teacher in the East End of London. The book To Serve with Love in 1959 was based on his experience there. It won as Anisfield Wolf Book Award. To Serve with Love was adapted into a film of the same name starring Sidney Poitier. Although the film was a box office success, critical opinion and Braithwaite himself considered it too sentimental, too sentimental, and he also objected to his mixed race romance being given lower prominence in the film version. He is quoted as saying in a 2007 BBC Radio 4 program entitled To Serve with Love Revisited, written and presented by Bert Caesar, exploring the story behind the book. I detest the movie from the bottom of my heart. While writing his book about the school, Brentwood turned to social work, and it became his job to find foster homes for non-white children for the London County Council. His experiences resulted in Paid Servant, a report about welfare work in London, published in the UK in 1962. In 1973, the South African ban on Braithwaite's book was lifted, and he subsequently visited the country. While there, he was granted the status of honorary white, which gave him significantly more privileges than the indigenous black population, but less than the whites. An honorific he found distasteful. He recorded the experiences and horror he witnessed during the 6 weeks he spent in South Africa in his book Honorary White, London, The Badly Head in 1975. Braithwaite continued to write novels and short stories throughout his long international career as an educational consultant and lecturer for UNESCO, the first permanent Joania representative to the National United Nations in 1967 to 1969, and later Joanna's ambassador to Venezuela. He taught English studies at New York University in 2002, was a writer in residence at Howard University, Washington, D.C. He associated himself with the Manchester Community College during the 2005 to 6 academic year as a visiting professor. Therein, he also served as the aforementioned educational institution's commencement speaker for that year and received an honorary degree. He turned 100 in 2012 and on a visit to Guyana in his capacity as the patron of the Interjunior Cultural Festival, he was conferred on August 23 that year with a national award, the Khaki Crown of Honor, by then President Donald Ramoter. Now we'll see the summary of this novel. In the novel To Serve with Love by E.R. Brentwood, means Ricardo, there are several themes which interweave within the story. One of the main themes, one prejudice in this post-war England setting. Brentwood is a college graduate and an ex-military man. His desire is to work as an engineer, but there isn't anyone that will hire him to supervise a job because he is black. The idea of prejudice is not new to any black man alive, but what strengthens this theme is that Braithwaite also in guilty of reverse prejudice towards some of his students. Another important theme in this novel is the theme of human relations and the always complicated teacher student relations. As a teacher myself, I can identify with the daily struggle of trying to meet the students' needs but at the same time not crossing the line between the student teacher relationships. The setting is London in 1947 and the country is still recovering from the war. The Brandwett's 8 months autobiographical novel is very relevant and still makes the reader look within the examine where he or she stands on these themes. Now we'll discuss about the characterization of this novel. Since in A.R. Brandwett's To Serve with Love is autobiographical in nature, the central focus of the book is upon Brandwett's experiences recorded as interior monologue and dialogues with the people who enter into his experiences. Of course, the focus of the narrative is upon Branwett's first year as a teacher at a Greenslead Secondary School on London's Lower East Side, a rough lower class and area of the city. Mr. Florin is the unorthodox headmaster of the school. Why does not believe in corporal punishment? The new teacher enters the staff room where he encounters the first of several faculty workers that Mrs. Dell Evans introduces. The Mrs. Dell Evans, the teacher of domestic science, she has a ready listening ear and proven sound advice for the female students. Brenwett finds her inspiring and appreciates greatly her candor and friendship. Miss Josie Dawes, she is a short but strong looking young woman with short hair, which adds to her mannish appearance that is continued with short sleeved man's shirt, who has a deep, resonant, and quite pleasing voice. Then Miss Euphemia Phillips, a mousy but young looking woman whose figure even appears immature. Brainwaves observes that there is even something helpless and expectant about her eyes, much like those of a young person. The next characters Mr. Theo Weston, a slowly hirsute cadaverous, a man who impresses Brainwaves mainly with his general untidiness which enveloped him. With a thin and squeaky voice, he is cynical about every issue and disappearing about the children. Then Miss Viviana Clintridge, familiarly known as Clintry, she is the art and drama teacher, chubby but shapely and thirtish. Brainwaves finds in her a friendliness and a certain brash animal charm. Miss Gillian Blatchon, another new teacher, Brainwave is immediately attracted to her physical appearance as she is olive with black hair and eyes and suggests to him the lovely woman that he remembers from Marty. She and Brainwave develop a personal relationship that lead to their engagement. Then Mr. Drew, an elegant white haired woman, Mrs. Drew has long lashes, tan skin, and well manicured nails on quite controlled hands. She is a school secretary, the old man deputies, as Miss Dell Evans describes her, Mr. Bell, physical education teacher, who is rather abusive. So these are the characters which played a very great role in these novels. So here we are going to study the summary of chapter 7 from this novel. So we'll see the summary. The half yearly report of the Students' Council, an assembly entirely arranged and presented by the students themselves, is held on November 15. Miss Joseph and Denham preside, and the meeting begins with an address by Mr. Florin, the headmaster. Following his lengthy but well received presentation, each class takes a turn reporting through their chosen representatives on what they have been studying in each subject so far. Finally, a panel of teachers is chosen for each class to answer any question pertaining to the reports which they have been given. The lowest class begins first, and it is obvious that as the students progress through the ranks, there is a marked development is in their ability to express themselves. Mr. Brentwaite's class, being the oldest, goes last. Miss Joseph begins the highest class, proceeding by explaining that the common theme underlying all their studies this term is the interdependency of mankind. Potter speaks in the field of math, focusing on how greater understanding in the world is fostered by the use of common weights and measures. Miss Pegg and Jackson speak on geography, and Miss Dare and Permanent discuss the subject of physiology, with Permanent stealing the show by exhibiting a model of human skeleton and stressing the class conclusion that basically all people were the same. Then Miss Doda reports on history and Miss Joseph on domestic science. Denham creates a stir by speaking on the required subjects of PT and games, complaining that the class was ill conceived and pointless. Mr. Weston, Mrs. Dell Evans, and Miss Phillips are chosen at random to answer students' questions arising from the senior presentations. When Denham pursues his inquiry on the necessity of requiring all students to take PT, Mr. Weston responds quite ridiculously, trying to bluster his way out of the subject and offering no coherent argument for the requirement continues. Surprisingly quiet, Miss Phillips steps in and gives a sturdy defense of the practice, and Denham, knowing that he has been outwitted, has no choice but to respectfully cease his hard protest. This is a short summary of this lesson. I hope you like this and hope you'll get interested by means you just imagine that also these things are happening in our schools and college also. Thank you very much.